Okay. I'm reworking the video from Nathan Parsons that I did a couple weeks ago. His birthday was yesterday, and I wanted to post it last night, but I started getting sleepy, so I didn't get to post it. I didn't even watch In Space last night. But, here we go. We're going to try to do them in 20 like we did in the first format, but, I don't know about honorable mentions. And then at the end of the video, there's going to be some news about Roswell's season and how long it's going to be. So, make sure you stay tuned for that. We're going to kick this off right now at number 20 with his character from Late Bloomer, Shane Rutherford, number 20. I watched this movie a couple weeks ago on the app that I watched WandaVision on. No, I didn't finish watching it. And I told my mom, I'm like, this is the first movie with Nathan in it that I didn't finish all the way because I didn't like it. It just, it wasn't a good movie. Number 19. John Rhodes, Point of Honor. An Amazon pilot that I've never seen. Just for the fact that I don't have Amazon Prime and I've looked for this everywhere. I think I saw a clip of it on YouTube. Like my friend Ethan says, shout out, buddy. You never know what you're going to find on YouTube. So. But, number 18. Ryan, Feeling of Home. Now, in the original video, Ryan was 20. But since I've seen Late Bloomer, I deleted the first video. And because I felt like it was just a huge mess. Me being a goofy teenage girl, even though I'm 28 years old. There's no need to act that goofy. Feeling of Home, I had this movie on DVD. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not... Lifetime, they don't show it nowhere near as much on Hallmark as I feel like they should. But it's a good movie. It's got a pitiful rating on IMBD. But who really cares what those people think? Number 18. Coffee Shop Clerk, The Roommates. This character made the list because I love this movie. I watched it a couple weekends ago. I haven't seen it in a while. I might watch it again soon. It's kind of like a blink and you'll miss it character. But as I stated in the original video that was since been deleted, I feel like The Roommate 2011 should have been considered a CW All-Star film for the fact that so many CW actors are in this movie. And James from Twilight's in it. I like him too. Number 17. Just in Time, Twitter Kills. This movie, I don't know if I'd pay $9 for it at the theater. I saw it on something, I don't even remember now what it was I saw it on. But it was okay. It had Sarah Paulson in it as well from American Horror Story. I love American Horror Story as well. There may even be a video on this show one day. But, it was a good movie. I mean, it would have been good if it would have been, like, stretched out as far as, like, a feature-length film would have been. It would have been good for that, but it fell flat. Number 17. Doug, State of Georgia. This show lasted one season on ABC Family, back when it was ABC Family. I'm really surprised because Raven's in it, and I love her as an actress. I grew up watching her on The Cosby Show, and then that's the Raven too. This show was really funny, but the character Doug, he's a bit of an airhead. I love the part though when Georgia tells her friend Joe, she's like, "You and Bam Bam gonna smash smash." That is hilarious to me. And then she steals him and she's like, "Hey Pebbles, go get Bam Bam." That is hilarious to me. Number 16. Nick Branson, Once Upon a Time. Now, I don't watch Once Upon a Time. It's not my show. It's nah. I only ever watched it when it was coming on after before Desperate Housewives, and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Only because I could never get into it. But one night, I was watching it before S.H.I.E.L.D., and I saw Nathan on there. And I was like, he's opening the show now, cool. I hadn't seen him since he got cut off the originals. And his character died in this too. Spoiler alert. He's played 3 characters that have died. I'm going to bring them up each time when the characters show up on the countdown. I'm also going to do other actors like this one day too. Like, just give me a series, not just him. I would love to do one of my other favorite actors too, but he doesn't have too many roles. I don't even think he acts anymore. But number 15. Soda Teeth. This movie sucked. It sucked. Monkeys. And not good monkeys. Bad monkeys. Terrible, awful, horrible monkeys. I don't even understand the concept of this dang movie. It's just stupid. Tubi's got it right now and it's going off. Hope they leave it off. It's stupid. Number 15. James McCord, Justice. I'm not a Western type of person. I don't like Westerns. Although I used to watch Gunsmoke with my great-grandfather, but that's different. I bought this movie having never watched it. Dumb idea, right? It came in the mail. I ordered it from Walmart.com. Shout out to Walmart. You do you, guys. I got it on a Saturday. I watched it Saturday night after it came here to my house. And I ended up enjoying it. It was pretty good. And what I loved about it, he avenged his brother, who was played by Jack Spur on the Twilight movies. I have all the Twilight too. I'll do a Twilight video at some point. Number 14. Eric Pet. I love this movie. And like Justice, I never watched it before I ordered it. It's pretty good. It's one of the last times we'll see Jeanette McCurdy on screen, because she's retired from acting. More about that in the iCarly video that I'm planning to do after I watch the first episode of the revival. Dominic Monaghan from Lost is in this movie too. He's awesome in this part. My favorite scene is towards the end where the girl, whose name I can't remember, goes up to Eric. He says, "Baby, can you bring me my phone?" She says, she looks a minute, she looks at the phone, looks at this knife she got on the table, and she says, she kind of looks away, and she looks back at Eric, and she's like she wanted to kill him. She looked at that knife with murder in her eyes. Trust me on that. Number 13. Jake, the Nightmare Nanny. Lifetime movie. I love this movie. Tubi has it right now too. I don't know if they're going to take it off anytime soon, because I think they take their movies off for a little while, then they put them right back on. It's kind of like an on-demand type deal. With that being said, this movie, when it premiered on Lifetime, I caught the tail end of it. The second airing of it, they showed it again, and I was up late. I saw it, I'm like, wow, this movie's really good. I caught like the last 10 minutes of it. I'm like, what? Why? So when they showed it again the next weekend before Army Wives, I had to watch it. And I did. I ended up loving it. And it's kind of sad what happens, because I feel like his character is never resolved. Jake ends up leading the cops to where Amber is, but yet we don't know if he went to jail or not. We can assume he did because after the scene where she jumps off the bridge, Jake is not in the film after that. They show him looking down at the bridge where she had just jumped, crying. We don't see Jake anymore after that. With that being said, I think he did go to jail. Because he did kidnap the little girl. So he probably did go to jail. But he probably could have got a lesser sentence for helping locate the little girl too. So I would love to see them make a sequel for that, just to see, so we could see what happened. Number 12. John Nadia's Secret of Blue Water. Now this is the enemy. He did the voiceover when he was like he was young. He was a little boy. I've been trying to find the English dub of this show for a while on YouTube with no much luck. I found like clips of it, but I haven't found. I found it on an app called Weeby. They've got the English the Japanese dub of it. There's a song that John sings that I find really cute. He wrote it for Nadia, trying to declare his love for her, and she unplugs the machine on him. And I'm like, if somebody wrote me a song, I would not do that. I would be like, oh, thank you, you wrote me a song. You know, I'd be completely like, it's like, oh, it's so sweet and romantic, you know, because you wrote me a song. But I've had a couple of songs written about me, I'm pretty sure, at some point. Number 11. Nip Tuck, Rosewood. My mom got me into the show. She's a big fan of it. I was watching it with her one night when Nathan popped up on there. I feel like it was canceled too soon because it had the potential. It had the potential. And it was coming on at the time where Fox was saying goodbye to Bones. And Prison Break was already gone. 24 was gone. They needed the next big crime show, I feel. I don't know if you could call Prison Break a crime show, but I kind of do. But Rosewood was just everything right. You ever heard the expression, everything right at the wrong time? That was Rosewood. And his character, Nip Tuck, I liked him. He was smart. He reminded me of Hodgins on Bones in a sense, to where he knew what he was doing. And number 10, Holden, Brotherhood V alumni. I made a video about this movie. I love this movie. It's campy. It's a campy horror film. Not many people liked it. I liked it. I like movies that most people wouldn't like. Just because I'm a big fan of the horror film genre as a whole. And the Brotherhood trilogy, I haven't seen all of them yet, but I kind of want to. That's number 5. There's like 6 of them. But to me, the Brotherhood V alumni was the best one. I know it doesn't get like Academy Award worthy performances, obviously, but it's a franchise. But it has nothing to do with the other films in the franchise, so I don't understand that. Number 9, James, True Blood. He was recasted in this part in season 7. After Luke Grimes, I don't know if 50 Shades of Grey trilogy was an issue here, or the fact that he couldn't do that in True Blood. Or I've also heard too that he was very anti-gay and homophobic and didn't want to do, because they were going to put James with Lafayette in that season. And he decided, I don't know how all that went down. I wasn't there. But he's on Yellowstone now. I've kind of watched that too. But I feel like Nathan played James better than Luke did. No offense to Luke Grimes. I mean, no disrespect or anything. He may watch this one day. I don't know. But I mean, apples and oranges, I guess, right? Number 8. Um, I suddenly forgot. Anyway, though, number 8, Godot Bunheads. I binge watched Bunheads. I can't say the name of the show right now. I binge watched this show in 2 days. Because it only lasted one season. 18 episodes. I loved it. My mom watched it before because she's a big fan of Gilmore Girls. And it's from the producers of the Gilmore Girls. So she was telling me who all was who. We never watched it together because I was watching something else at the time when it was airing. But I enjoyed the show. And I wish they would have made a second season because maybe now with Younger being over, we might get a second season. Freeform could, decide we were wrong. Can we bring the show back? I mean, with that being said, it's probably not going to happen, but we can all dream. Number 7. John Luke, I Still Believe. I love this movie too. I love the story of it though. About how Jeremy Camp overcame everything that had happened to him with his first wife's passing of cancer. The one thing in the movie that isn't true, and he has said this, is the relationship between Melissa and John Luke. Never happened. Yes, John Luke was his mentor. But as for him being in love with Melissa as well, didn't happen. That was dramatized film. John Luke there is a real John Luke, Lil Joel. He's the lead singer of a group called The Cry. I've listened to them. They are awesome. If you're into Christian rock, they're a good group. I currently don't own any music of them, but I do have 3 CDs of Jeremy Camp. And he's an awesome singer. And this movie will change your life. Sort of reminded me of Fireproof and A Walk to Remember, kind of combined. A Walk to Remember is one of my favorite films, but that's for another video. Number 6.
I think that unfortunately it felt a little bit acidic and a little underseasoned, and the texture of it just.
Jackson, the originals. This is another character, and I meant to do this for Nick, and I completely forgot it. Oh wait, I think I did mention it for Nick, but Jackson, Holden's the one I forgot. Jackson was killed at the end of the 3rd season of the originals. No, in the middle part of it. I'm sorry, I'm foggy tonight. And he was killed in the middle part of season 3. Everybody calls season 3 the season of death because, and I'll bring this up in the originals video too. I'll probably do originals and Vampire Diaries videos at some point too. That season 3 was the season of death because they had like Camille, Davina, and then Jackson at the beginning. He played this character for 3 seasons, and I remember the night that they showed him for the first time. Clear as a bell. I was very surprised, to say the least. Number 4, Kid Devil Lady. I got into this. I've only seen 1 episode so far. It's an anime show. He did a voice dub like he did with John. This series is sort of dark, but anybody that knows me knows I love dark because I'm a gothy type girl. I love vampires, but this show here is got this dark demeanor to it, which is I find really cool. Number 3. Um, I'm trying to think. I should have rehearsed this before I shot it. Number 3 is his other character in the anime show. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I got into it too. I'll have to go back later and when I do another video and update it for that fact. Number 2, we're almost done, people. Roswell, New Mexico, Max Evans. My second favorite character to date he's played. James is in the top 5, but why did I put James in the top 5 in this video? I have no idea. Roswell is coming back July 26th, ladies and gentlemen. And while we're talking Roswell, I know now how long the season's going to be. It's going off in October 18th, because the CW just announced their schedule. And while we're not getting season 4 until sometime in 2022, Nathan Parsons revealed today on Instagram at the recording of this video that season 4 will be shot this year. I almost sound like a press release there. And number 1, Ethan Lovett, Spencer General Hospital. I've mentioned him in every soap opera video I have done to date. Some of my earlier YouTube videos, I've mentioned him being my crush, my second crush. My first crush was Carlos from Power Rangers when I was 5 years old. But that's a story for another Power Ranger video that may happen sometime this week. With that being said, he played this character again last September. But the storyline is still up in the air, so I'm going to go back in a future video and update that, should they ever go back to it. But with the big bad, who was a part of that story, not being dead on said series, I don't know. That being said, if you hung with me this far, thanks, and peace, kind blessings, be good to one another. Care Bear loves you all, and bye for now.